everyone, this is quantum mechanics problem which is asked in CSIR UGC NET June 2011. The problem is the wave function of a particle is given by psi which is equal to 1 by square root of 2 phi naught plus I phi 1, where phi naught and phi 1 are the normalized eigenfunctions with energies E naught and E1 corresponding to the ground state and first excited state respectively. The expectation value of the Hamiltonian in the state psi. So we have to calculate the expectation value of the Hamiltonian in the state psi. So solution to this problem. So let us write down this given quantity, that is wave function is given psi which is equal to 1 by square root of 2 phi naught plus I phi 1. So for convenient, let us write down in terms of ket notation. Ket psi is equal to 1 by square root of ket phi naught plus ket phi 1. Okay. Now this is written. Now what are the other information given? Where phi naught and phi 1 are the normalized eigenfunction. So what it means is, so when I take the bra vector, ket vector, the inner product between them, it is equal to 1, and for phi 1 also the inner product is equal to 1. So this is a bra vector, this is a ket vector. So inner product is written in this way. Okay. So if it is 1, they are called normalized. So they are normalized eigenfunctions. Okay, eigenfunctions. Further, this means when we take phi naught with phi 1 or phi 1 with phi naught, it is equal to 0. Okay. So they are orthogonal states, and further it is given that the energy for the phi naught, that is in the Hamiltonian, let H be the Hamiltonian of the system, which act on phi naught, it gives you energy E naught with this is an eigenvalue. E naught is the eigenvalue and phi naught is the eigenstate. Okay. So this phi naught, the naught indicates, that is 0 indicates in the subscript, it's a ground state. So it is given here. Okay. So this is ground state energy. So this is ground state energy. Ground state energy. The same manner, if you calculate H with phi 1, it is given that energy is E1 phi 1. This is the first excited state energy. First excited state energy. Okay. So where phi 1 is the first excited state. Okay. Now what we have to calculate is the expectation value of the Hamiltonian in the state psi. So the formula to calculate is expectation value of the Hamiltonian, which is equal to, so in this is written like this, expectation value of, so this is Hamiltonian in the state psi means I have to write psi here, so I have to put subscript psi here, whole divided by psi with psi. If psi is normalized, we need not to put denominator, because psi with psi, the inner product is equal to 1. If psi is not normalized, then we have to put the denominator term. Okay. So let us now calculate this. So H acting on psi, which is nothing but what? It is nothing but 1 by square root of 2 H acting on phi naught plus I H acting on phi 1. Now what is Phi naught and phi 1, they are the eigen states of H. Therefore, with the eigen value, okay, E naught and E1, so we will substitute that. So H acting on phi naught gives you E naught, phi naught plus I. H acting on phi 1 gives you E1, phi 1. So this is the output. Now we have to calculate psi with the expectation value of psi. Okay, so let us calculate this. So which is, so what is ket psi is 1 by root 2 phi naught plus I phi 1. Then we have to get bra vector of psi, which is ket vector of psi, the whole dagger. Dagger means transpose and conjugate. Okay, so the transpose of ket is bra vector. So 1 by root 2 is a real number. So ket phi naught becomes bra vector phi naught, and I is complex number. So I have to put minus I, and this becomes bra vector of phi 1. So this is bra vector of psi. So let us now substitute here. If you substitute 1 by root 2 phi naught minus I phi 1, and this term I have to substitute 1 by root 2 E naught phi naught plus I E1 phi 1. Okay, so the first term gives you 1 because phi naught and phi naught gives you 1 because they are normalized. Okay, so 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 is 1 by 2. So E naught is a number, so I will get phi naught with phi naught, and the second term is I by root 2 E1 phi naught with phi 1, phi naught with phi 1, and the third one is minus I by root 2, that is this with this quantity E naught phi 1 with phi naught, phi 1 with phi naught, finally minus I square E1 phi 1 with phi 1. So this is 1, this is also 1, so this is 0, orthogonal condition. Okay, so this means the expectation value is simply 1 by 2 E naught. I square is minus 1, so plus minus into minus plus E1. So this is the expectation value psi H psi. Since we know that the wave function, the psi is not normalized, okay, so let us calculate psi with psi itself. So psi with psi itself. So when I take psi with psi, which is nothing but what, so this inner product between these two functions, so we can directly compute, because phi naught with phi naught will give 1, phi 1 with phi 1 will give 1, the cross term gives you 0, so we can directly calculate. So 1 by root 2 square, that is 1 by 2, and this with this minus I square, so this is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1, simply it is 3 by 2. So you can calculate this, you will get 3 by 2. Therefore the expectation value of the Hamiltonian, okay, the state psi, which is nothing but what, psi H psi whole divided by psi with psi, which is equal to 1 by 2 E naught plus E1 whole divided by 3 by 2. So let us check the answer. Okay, so we have to simplify. Look at this. We have to simplify this because since psi is not normalized, if you calculate only psi with psi, then you will get this. Okay, so that is given in the first one, but that is wrong because psi is not normalized. Suppose they say that psi is normalized wave function, then we can put that. Okay, but as we see that the psi is not normalized because we are getting 3 by 2, so what we have to do is we have to simplify this. So when you take numerator 2 LCM 2e1 2e1 by 2 whole divided by 3 by 2, so 2 gets cancelled, so e0 plus 2e1 e0 plus 2e1 by 3, so e0 plus 2e1 by 3, that is answer D. So D is the correct answer.
So this is another problem which is asked in CSIR UGC NET 2011 June. It's a quantum mechanics problem. If the perturbation h prime is equal to ax, where a is a constant, which is added to the infinite square well potential v of x is equal to 0 for 0 x lies between 0 to pi and infinity otherwise, the first order correction to the ground state is, so we have to calculate this. So 4 options are given. So let us solve this problem. Solution. So, so, so we know that the wave function for the infinite square well potential, that is psi n of x, which is equal to square root of, if it is 0 to L, so infinite potential, okay. So then we have one dimensional wave function, square root of 2 by L sine n pi by L x, okay, where n takes 1, 2, 3 and so on. So when I put n is equal to 1, it's a ground state wave function. But what is given here is, so instead of L, it is 0 to pi. So therefore L is equal to pi here. So let us substitute the general wave function, which is equal to square root of 2 by pi sine n pi by pi x, okay, pi gets cancelled. So the wave function is 2 by pi sine nx. So this is the nth state wave function for particle inside infinite potential particle inside a box problem. So if you want to calculate the ground state wave function, because we have to calculate the first order correction to the ground state, so we put n is equal to 1 to get ground state. Now when I put n is equal to 1, psi 1 of x, which is equal to square root of 2 by pi sin x. So let us calculate the perturbation, that is the first order correction. The first order correction to the wave function is, that is delta, maybe I will put E1, okay, this is the first order correction. The ground state wave function E1 of 1. So this is psi 1, okay, n is equal to 1, right? Psi 1, h prime psi 1. So which is equal to, uh, the wave function is this one, right? So let us write down the integral representation of this. So 0 to pi. So this is nothing but what? The expectation value of perturbed Hamiltonian in the unperturbed state. That is the first order correction. So 0 to pi. So this is square root of 2 by pi sine pi sine x, okay, and h prime is a times what is perturbation, that is a times x, so this is square root of 2 by pi sine x into dx. So what I have done is this I have written in terms of integral representation, some limit a to b. This is psi 1 star h prime psi 1 dx. So the sine is a real function. So star if I take, nothing will happen. There is no I here. So I am so it will be the same. Okay. So root of 2 by pi into root of 2 by pi is simply 2 by pi, and a is a constant. Let us take outside. So we have to evaluate this integral, that is x times sine square x dx. So we have to evaluate only this integral. So let us evaluate this. So what is sine square x? 1 minus cos 2x by 2. Okay, so this formula, so whenever I have quadratic trigonometric function, make it as a linear trigonometric functions. Substitute this. So 0 to pi x sine square x dx now can be written as 1 by 2. I can split this 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2 cos 2x. So we have two terms. Okay, so first term is 0 to pi x, because 1 into x is x dx minus 0 to pi 0 to pi x cos 2x dx. Now when I take the first integration, that is first term integration, so x square by 2, so 1 by 2, simply x square by 2, 0 to pi. Now in order to do the second term integration, let us take UV rule. So let u is equal to x. So what is du? Dx. So what is dv? Cos 2x into dx. So when I integrate, I will get v. What is cos 2x? Sin 2x by 2. So u is x, v is sin 2x by 2, 0 to pi. Now minus into minus plus, v du. What is v? v is sin 2x by 2, so 1 by 2, integral of 0 to pi sin 2x dx. So this is the integration we have to solve. Okay. Now what about the first term? The first term, when I substitute the upper and lower limit, I will get it, I will write down here. Okay. So I will get the first term as 1 by 2 pi square by 2 minus lower limit 0. And what about this term? When I put upper limit, sine 2 pi is 0. So therefore the entire term becomes 0. Sine 0 is also 0. So there is no contribution from this. And therefore second term is 0. The third term plus 1 by 2. What is the integration of sine 2x? Cos 2x by 2, 0 to pi. Okay. So 1 by 2 pi square by 2 plus 1 by 4. What is cos 2 pi? Cos pi is minus, cos 0 is 1, cos 2 pi is also 1. So therefore cos 2 pi minus cos 0. So these two gets cancelled because cos 2 pi is also 1, cos 0 is also 1. So this entire term will not contribute. So it pi square by 4 from this integration. So which means the answer for this problem becomes, so let us calculate E1 of 1, which is equal to 2a by pi into pi square by 4. So pi gets cancelled, 1 2 gets cancelled. So answer is pi a by 2. So pi a by 2. So correct answer is A. Thanks for watching this video.
Thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, please press the like button. If you are interested in receiving information about new videos that are posted, click the subscribe button. If you have any comments or questions about the content discussed in the video, please leave them in the comments section below.